Psychic abilities are not some mysterious, holier-than-thou thing that only special people have. Another huge misconception with psychic abilities is they do not only originate from the third eye chakra. So let's get into a more grounded, real view of what psychic abilities are and how to get grounded in your psychic senses and how to realize how you are already psychic as hell and expand on that shit. Let's really break it down and let's get this idea of psychic abilities and spirituality as less of this mysterious godlike thing that is so far away from us, and let's get it integrated into our human reality because that is a part of us. It is one with us. Hey guys, I'm Ashton Wolf. Please subscribe. Check out the like button below and let's get into the content. When we think of spirituality, let's start there. When we think of spirituality or the spiritual multidimensional universe, we usually look at it from a very separate point of view, where we're saying up there somewhere in the clouds is the spiritual universe that somehow in some way or form connects to me, the human, and it's all somehow maybe connected, but I don't really see how it's connected, but I feel like it's connected somehow. It feels very separate the way people look at spirituality and the way people talk about it a lot of the time, like it's like a belief system that's over there instead of like, no, it is a part of us. And it's the same with psychic abilities, where a lot of psychic abilities are coming from the idea of psychic abilities and people that seek out people that are psychic, that want psychic abilities, that have their own psychic abilities. It's a lot of the time about things like, oh, your aura color is like this, and like this guide said this, and 50% of it half the time doesn't even apply to your human reality or navigating this thing called life, which you're physically incarnated into. And then going back to the chakra system, how do the chakras play into psychic abilities at all? Well, the chakra system, whether it's the third eye, the throat chakra, all the way into sacral chakra, solar plexus, root chakra, earth chakra, all it is a software system that is installed within our physical bodies that are an extension of and a part of our physical bodies and bleed into things like our hands or our nose or our sense of smell. They each have a different root system of our physicality, which they're in charge of. All a chakra is at the end of the day is a difference in density and therefore a difference in information in how that density should interact. So the chakra system tells us that we have 8 major differences in our densities between our non-physical self and our physical self, between our ether self and our physical self that's made of matter, which is at its core density a part of the same ether as everything else. It's just on a different density. It's running from a different program. That's it. That's all. I mean, if you go down to the cellular atom in your hand, for instance, at the core of that atom is ether inside of it. The difference between ether and matter is 1%. And that 1%, if you break down that 1% that is matter, it is really just ether with a bunch of different electromagnetic fields interacting in a different way. And that's what matter is. And that's the only difference between matter and ether. So there you go. We are spiritual beings. I am a guide from the third dimension, all right? And I live here on Earth. So I want us to get away from this idea that there is some kind of separation between who has the psychic abilities and what psychic abilities are and all of the rest of it. I want you to take it off of the fucking pedestal and get into reality with me. At the end of the day, all psychic abilities is a term that is coined because humans are so damn asleep and so unaware. We are unaware of things happening within our physical body, even within the physical senses that all humans are aware of. We are unaware of physical things occurring on our body on all levels. We're aware of things that are happening in our physical body and the physical world around us on a multidimensional level, on a physical level. There's things that we're not aware of on a physical level. that we 1000% should be picking up on. Humans are just so asleep and so unaware, and we're just like taking in so little information and awareness about the world around us and about our sphere on the world. All a psychic is somebody who is picking up more information that is more on the spectrum of things that is available to every one of us. And it's just like being psychic is just a level of awareness. I can pick up senses that most people can't pick up, or I'm aware of aspects of humanity and of life and of my body and other people's bodies that is just obvious that most people aren't aware of and tuned into. It's just a channel of consciousness for awareness. And most of these awarenesses are not some crazy ethereal holier than thou pedestal thing. It's just like, I have an awareness of this, and every human body is instilled with the programming to have any psychic sense, any psychic experience anybody else is. We all have the same human bodies when it comes down to the software mechanisms. We can all tune into clairvoyance and clairsentience, and just you're either more opened or more closed. And so anybody can learn to open themselves up and become more aware, and just open your eyes, guys. Open your eyes. It's about metaphorically opening your eyes and being awakened to receiving more information about your physical experience here on life, because that's the one that we're living. One of my favorite psychic experiences that is so cementing for me is when I have a physical psychic experience, and a lot of us call these synchronicity signs, because that is not coming from a deeper inner knowing, and it's not coming from a sensation in my body, and it's not coming from any kind of sense that most humans don't find credible. So I'll give you an example. When I'm in a certain situation with a certain person, and on my way home I see a wolf, like a real life wolf, guys, like a real life wild wolf walking at night. I freaked out for a hot second, and then I said, wait, what do my guides want me to know? Why are they sending me this animal? And immediately I tuned into it, and I'm like, okay, there's a huge deep message for me in this moment. And I was tuning in, and I was like, oh, it means I shouldn't see that person again, and it means that I should listen to my gut in this situation and just stay away from that person. And the wolf is telling me that like I'm on the right path, but that this experience is something that is showing me that I need to just really stay true to my core and keep walking down the path that I have chosen, and not doubt that path or stray from that path or be swayed by anybody. There are physical symbols, whether it be a bird, or whether it be a number, or whether it be like a number that you keep seeing, or an animal that just either you keep seeing or it means something to you. When you see it, it's like this physical thing in the physical world that is coming into your everyday life. You can call it a manifestation. You can call it a synchronicity. You can call it whatever you like. And it's like this thing coming in that says, I have a message for you. I am carrying psychic senses for your life. And it's like this psychic cementation. And when I see these physical synchronicity signs, manifestations in my reality, there is a physical layer to it. Okay, there's a physical wolf in my reality, and it just showed up, and I can feel that this is not just, oh, cool, a wolf, but it's like, oh, that's it. Like you feel it in your heart, and you're like, oh, that's for me. There's something there. So there's that physical level. There's the level of synchronicity where I'm like, well, I love wolves, and it's super rare to see a wolf. And then there's like the level of like being super heightened and aware, and it's like this portal of consciousness opens up when that synchronicity is given to you, and you're in this state of more openness and awareness than you normally are. And you're in this state where it's like your ears are really open and your eyes are really open on a energetic level. Then there's that level where you're hearing your guides tell you what it means, and you're feeling what it means in your body, and you're feeling the sensational confirmations of the deeper message behind it. And it's like as if that physical thing were speaking to you and being like, hey, I'm a wolf, and I'm here to tell you to trust your gut. When there is a physical confirmation that comes into our reality, whether it is something about a person that is like, oh, okay, they're like a Virgo, so it means this, or, you know, there are so many things that we can just observe and read about our life that tell us information that most humans feel like they don't really know. For instance, most humans don't really know when they first go on a date with someone what that person is really like, or where it's gonna go, or if they're bad for them or not bad for them beyond what they're like readily presenting on face value to them. A psychic person, an aware person, is going to be paying attention to how it feels to be around them. They're going to be paying attention to every little thing that they say. If that person means in their life, okay, they're a Virgo, that's associated with my ex, ooh, probably not a good sign there. Or whatever the case may be, like there's like these different things that make up a person coming into your reality that are going to give you so much physical information about them that you wouldn't readily know. It's about paying attention to all of the different depths of our life experience as we're navigating through this thing called life. And it's through paying attention to the different density awarenesses and to the different signals. Okay, did I hear something that means something to me? Did I smell something that means something to me? Did I see something that means something to me? Did I feel something that means something to me? Did I sense something that means something to me? Do I know something that means something to me? Do I see it with my physical eyes? Do I hear it with my physical ears? Every piece of your life is communicating to you. And the better you get at paying attention to, oh, okay, that's a manifestation. Okay, that's a synchronicity. Okay, I'm supposed to be here in this moment and I can just feel how right it is and I can just feel that it was meant to be. Okay, I'm meant to go to this place right now because this is the first time that I can physically travel in 2 years, and this person asked me about the last time I had traveled right before I found out that I could travel again, and right before I found out that the scenario of me traveling was perfect. Oh, and it's going to be on my birthday on top of that. The more that we pay attention to how life is showing us the different coding, the different software, it stops being this one moment, this one present moment that I'm just in and that I only have the face value information on. And you start to see that just like in a computer, when you are reading one code, the code may be presented by a button. But if you press that button, there's an entire number coding beyond that that connects through the whole software and system and everything above it. Being psychic is being more aware of every present moment that I navigate my life. In every present moment that I live and breathe, there is information that is coming to me on all different angles. And the more that I see that everything about my life, every color in my life, every crystal in my life, everything in my life, every piece of my life is that button that if I press it the right way, and if I notice it the right way, it's going to connect to the code of my life. It's going to tell me, okay, that's your next move, or this is a confirmation move, or this connects with that, and there's more information underneath it. And it's every aspect of your physical reality that is communicating to you at all times the greater meaning of your life, the greater meaning of your current life path, your current life choices, connecting you with your guides, connecting you with the moment, connecting you with what you need to know that you haven't currently been looking at, connecting you with everything in this computer game called life is all carrying the signature and the code at any given moment that you need to psychically interpret an awakening within yourself to get the information that you've been missing that you need in order to navigate your life more fully and embody it more fully and more empowered. And it gives you information about not only how you connect to life and the greater universe, but how you connect to every single aspect and playing piece in this thing called life, every single person, how you're communicating with them, connecting with them in any given moment, how you are connected to an animal. Every single piece of life not only carries information about how every other piece of life connects to you and how you are navigating life and will be navigating life at any given moment, moment. Every piece of life connects you to all pure potentials in life and every playing field of life and every playing piece of life. And it also connects you to how you potentially are interacting with them. And everything is the 0 point to everything, and it's connected to everything. And so every physical experience within your life, from a name to a color to a number to a person to a moment to a word to a feeling, every second of your life carries psychic potential. You just have to start being aware of it. And the more you start being aware, the more you go, oh, that number happened because of this. And you trust that and you look for the message. That's going to cement into your system, and you're going to get better at looking for those answers, and you're going to get better at paying attention, and you're going to get better at being aware. The universe is giving us all the fucking answers for our life, and it is being physically reflected to us in the mirror of our life every single day. All we have to do is freaking open our eyes and see that we are living the mirror hologram, and the answers to the mirror hologram are here within us and communicating to us, not just from our guides up above, but in our physical reality. Get grounded, my spiritual badasses. I love you.
As he runs the race, half light, the moon is always knowing.